Hello. So we are set, waiting for Bharat to join. So Yash, welcome. Let's see. Right, guys. So we are at 8:59. A minute more to go, and we'll start with Bharat also. To join. Bharat Sharma is here. Vipin, all our old timers, Everest friends are here. It was fun being with them at the Everest base camp and of course the summit. We had different times, but then yes, good times. So Bharat is here, and by the time he joins, few requests, and so once he joins, we'll start a discussion. It's not going to be a very formal affair. So if you're expecting that, I am sure you'll be disappointed. Very informative. Hi Bharat, how are you?
Hi, Romil sir. Just give me 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. I'm just
How are you doing, Bharat?
good, sir. Voice is audible?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Yes. Give me a minute. Just give me a minute.
Sure,
Just
sir.
give me a minute.
Yeah, so I'll just by the time tell about our friends about this episode. So we are going to talk about boots and crampons. We are going to talk about Everest Base Camp. We'll take lots and lots of questions. So whatever questions you have, feel free to ask them because we'll be taking all your questions today, and we're going to, make sure that all your questions are answered. In case we are unable to do that because of positive time, we are here only me and Bharat, and we as such chat about 10 to 15 times a day, so that's not a problem, and we are happy to talk anything regarding Everest or mountains or whatever, a few things we think we can handle, right? So with this, we'll set the ball rolling. Good evening and welcome everyone. Today we have once again Bharat with us, and so I'm sure he's not very happy to be live, but then yes, we'll have to discuss. We'll not keep it formal, that's for sure. That's my promise to Bharat and everyone else. We keep it as light as possible. We'll encourage questions, so anything you want to ask, we'll be happy. They just wanted to ask, EBC is the same for trekkers and for mountaineers? Yes, thin air expedition. So EBC is kind of same for both people who are going for Everest and this. Somebody wants to know what is the minimum requirement, right? So that's a good question. Bharat, what is the minimum requirement for EBC, not for the Everest?
Sir, a normal fitness, like, a proper fitness is required. Not basic fitness. Okay. So, not more than that.
Right, great. So, I'll just elaborate. If somebody wants to do an Everest base camp and signs up in January for an expedition which is going to start in April, you have, like kind of 3 to 4 months to prepare. So, which is adequate time. We share a training plan, we do it. So, that's the point. I see people asking the same question again. So, we'll go with the structured manner first, listen to us, and then, you can keep asking once we are done so that, we don't lose our track of things, right? So first of all, we'll go with uh, what is EBC, because we keep saying EBC, EBC, EBC. Keep sharing with friends. At times they get confused. Frankly, even I didn't know 5 years back what is EBC until unless things came to this extent that we had to do that. So EBC is the Everest Base Camp trek, and this is a trek. So Bharat, how many days did you take for the reaching the base camp for
Don't
your
ask.
expedition?
Again, I
So
told you, right? Like, I just saw the question, like here, someone asked, right? Like, it's the same for both trekkers and mountaineers. Okay. So
right,
last time I told you, right, when we were going to Lhotse, everyone has to know this, like, both Everest and Lhotse, the route is same till Camp 4. So we also pass the same route, EBC, Everest Base Camp. We'll start from Lukla and reach till Everest Base Camp. So last time I couldn't. I alone started my journey very late. It was almost after 2 weeks. My team who were on Lhotse, they already did first rotation. So I'm very late. I had to at least catch them for the second rotation. So I just took chopper from Kathmandu airport. I landed in I think Namche. Near Namche I landed. I slept one
right.
night in Namche. Like from there, third day I reached base camp.
So,
So it was, I
whatever
mean,
Bharat has said in last 2 to 3 minutes, just ignore it. Don't even listen to him. That's not to be done. He was just telling what you should not do
not
once
to
you're going for
be, yeah.
right. So that's a different thing altogether. Yeah, DVS, I can see you. Tomorrow we're going to meet. I'll just tie up, what time we're meeting where in Gurgaon tomorrow. I just remembered. Right. So yeah, whatever Bharat just now mentioned that, regarding the Everest base camp, reaching there, it's a shortcut, but then, you should not be taking shortcuts on mountains if you have the time, that's very, very important. Right. Bharat was running against time, and due to some reasons of, leave and all, he had to manage things. So that's why he landed directly at Tamche. So as I said, we'll start with what is Everest EBC, which is the Everest Base Camp. We just said. So what happens? Anyone who's going to Everest Base Camp, you don't just land there, right? You reach to Kathmandu, and Kathmandu, Bharat, what do we do? What did you do? Once you reached Kathmandu for your EBC or the expedition,
So generally, we stayed in Kathmandu for 3 days. Okay. During
right?
first day, we came in the afternoon, so we just had rest in the first day. I mean, first day was done. Second day, we
Right.
just checked up our equipment, what are required. Like, last moment things. We missed a lot of things, like many small things. Okay.
Right.
So we just went to the market, Thamel and all, all the shops are there, all the equipment shops, all the branded showrooms and normal, street showrooms are there. We purchased everything. So that's all we said.
Right.
And again, third day we were there. Third day, we went. I went many times to Kathmandu. We have some more people who all are new to Kathmandu. So we went for outing, we went for Pashupatinath temple, Shanti, Stupa, all. So we went around, we saw Nepal, the culture,
Correct.
and everything.
Right. So generally, what people do is that the day they land, the team leader, what he'll make sure that though he must have interacted earlier and must have seen the gears and all, what we have done, we have suggested few shoes and other things which will come subsequently. But then the team leader is supposed to make sure that everybody is properly kitted, because once you go to Lukla, the chances of getting things there is very less, especially in Namche and all. So it's always advisable to make sure that whatever gears you require, you carry them right either from India or once you reach Kathmandu, there's a place called Thamel wherein most of the tourists they stay, and you get the best showrooms to beat North Face, Mountain Hardwear, the top brands which you don't find in India most of the times. So you get at a very, very reasonable price. That's right, Bharat.
Yes. Sir.
So exactly, this year also, like the climber who is climbing with us for the Everest, we have made sure that he stays in Thamel, and we do the shopping there so that the expenses are less and we get the best quality at the best price, which is again important. And then next day, as Bharat said, we do a few sightseeing kind of things like be it Bodha temple or the stupas there, and seek the blessings, and so that our onward journey towards the mountains is pleasant. So that's regarding what is the Everest base camp, and you take a flight from Kathmandu to Lukla, right? And since Bharat just said he went in a chopper, so you would not know. But while coming back, you must have come in aircraft, right?
Yes. While coming back we took aircraft. Yeah, from
Right. How
Lukla
was
to
that journey?
Kathmandu. It was like a 12-seater thing. It took around 30-35 minutes. That's it for the landing. It was going like this, going on a speed breaker.
Correct.
It's a different experience again.
Honestly, for all the viewers who are listening, they say that during the Everest base camp trek, there are two things which are, most important. One is obviously the Everest base camp, and one is this flight from Lukla to Kathmandu or Kathmandu to Lukla back, because it's a 12 to 18 seater flight. The pilots are just in front of you, and there's so much of turbulence that if you see on YouTube, you will find such amazing videos that you'll just fall in love with that. It's just flying like this. Suddenly it dips. Your heart just sinks suddenly, and then you keep moving. And there've been a lot of accidents. Frankly, they say that once a pilot decides that he is going to land, there are no second chances. He has to land, otherwise, the aircraft is going to crash. So it's a very, very adventurous journey. So the adventure starts right from the moment you take a flight from Kathmandu to Lukla. But tell me, Bharat, a lot of people they ask me that the moment you reach Lukla, why do you need to go and stay in different location? Why don't you stay in Lukla? Because in our
So
case also, okay. So what
yeah,
happens is that
yeah.
once you are starting, you take off from Kathmandu, you reach Lukla, and you don't stay at Lukla, you stay at, either Ghat, or like we'll be staying mostly in Ghat, or we stay, before that. The reason is that, that suddenly altitude gain which comes, because Lukla is at a higher altitude and we don't want to suddenly jump the altitudes, and then you stay in Ghat. You stayed in Namche, so you directly went to a
Yeah,
higher altitude.
that's
So
what
that was a
this
different
question
reason.
is. Yeah, new for me. Like, we
Out of
landed some
out
other
of
place
syllabus.
out of syllabus.
No problem at all. So, so in our case, what happens? We directly land at Lukla, spend some 5-10 minutes, because the altitude of Lukla is high. It's about 2,800 meters. So we go to a lower altitude, which is Ghat, close to 2,600 odd meters, and we spend the night there, so that the effect of altitude is, not much, and we're not suffering.
Right, right.
So that is regarding that the Everest Base Camp thing, and once you start from there, you go and stay at Namche. And Namche, they're beautiful places, all around. It's a beautiful place, excellent market. That Namche market is world famous, very expensive, yes, for sure, because at those altitudes, if you get things, obviously the prices are going to be very high. And then we go to Everest Museum and the places around, which are again a great site. And next day is acclimatization. Then we go to Khumchung and ahead. So that's the plan we follow. Next we come on to is that, why should somebody do in the EBC? Everest Base Camp trek. Why should somebody do that rather than going to Himachal or any other place? So Bharat, what is your take? Why do you suggest people that, they should do the Everest Base Camp trek?
Yeah, sir. Like, for me, I mean, different people have, like, different opinions. Like, when I went, like, though it was 3 days, like, I didn't enjoy, like, while going, but while coming, like, and I took time. We were very slow, like, we enjoyed every view. You know, I mean, when we see, like, surrounding mountains, like, we see what Nupse, I mean, and on the way we see Amadablam. Okay, we took a lot
Right.
of pictures near Amadablam, like, a beautiful wave of Amadablam. It's all complete, full of, we see lot of stories. I mean, as a mountaineer, we read lot of books and all. Okay, we see like great mountaineers who passed this way, tells about some place. We remember those. I mean, personally, I remember those. Those things most of the time. Even on the way, when I saw
Correct.
this, you remember this, like, most of the mountaineers, like, who lost their lives on, top of the mountains, like, there are,
Okay.
I mean, their families came and I mean, they built some small structures on their names, like, these, for
Right.
me, like, for me personally, like, these things and all, like, I felt, you know,
Obviously. Yeah, that the pass which is there, the moment you
yeah,
cross Thukla, you reach that pass, that feeling of is, because all those people you have read in the books, and,
yes,
be it into thin air or watched movies, and then you see, those places. So it's mesmerizing indeed. And apart from that, why I prefer this April, May is that there are a lot of people from all the countries who visit. So you get to learn so much, interact. And I remember, there was one lady, we were coming back from the summit, and she had climbed Amadablam in 60s or 70s. So she had come just for, fun and sightseeing. She was sitting next to me and she saw me eating, hogging. So I ordered pizza, I ordered 2, 3 different things. And in the end, she told me that, I tell you, you eat a lot. And I said, yeah, I eat a lot. That okay, then that's been the thing, that's sweet memories. You mean you meet so many different people, so many different cultures, so passionate people, who have been to Everest or such mountains, Ahmedabad and all in 1950s and somebody in 1970s. So it's a beautiful sight, learning so many things, so many different people. So that's my reason for, joining the, and of course, the number one trek in, bucket list of most of the people around the world is
yeah,
undoubtedly the Everest Base
ABC.
Camp trek. Absolutely. So, I'll request people who want to ask any questions, please feel free. We'll take them subsequently as we progress with the things. Right. Okay, Bharat, during the Everest Base Camp trek, a lot of people they ask, is there any snowfall or rainfall, or do you have to cross snow? Do you need crampons? Those kind of things.
No, sir. I mean, coming to crampons point, there is no. I mean, not at all. I mean, even if snow falls, like, that is manageable. I mean, not of crampon. It will be a fresh snow, like, no need of crampons and all. Rain and all, like sometimes, sometimes it may rain, even snowfall. It won't. I mean, this season, what we chose, it won't rain much. Okay, if it rains,
Right.
it's very nominal. I mean, that's all manageable. Anyway, we'll be
Correct.
having, we'll be given the checklist, like what all to carry. So
Right.
all those things will be in our bag. So nothing to worry on that part.
Obviously. So, first thing, as Bharat said, rainfall, yes, nobody can predict. It can happen anytime and happen our time also. So, we strongly recommend and make sure that you carry a poncho so
Yep.
that, you don't get wet. Similarly, the shoes which we mentioned, we don't need crampons for that, but then shoes have to be good. Okay, Bharat, what is your definition of good shoe at those altitudes? What should the person look into it?
So it should be like, I mean, sometimes we discuss now, sometimes there is snow, sometimes there is rain and all. Okay, whatever it's there, it should not become wet. I mean, inside, like what we wear,
Right.
I mean, after reaching the last, after when we reach Gorakshep and all, we'll be having woolen socks. Okay, I mean, most of the people, they suffer during Gorakshep and all. When these woolen socks, like whatever thick socks, what we wore, if they are wet, so that will be a
Right.
horrible situation. So we have to be, aware of that. Shoes and all, we should buy at least a good one. Which, the water should not soak inside. So we
Right.
should be careful in that
Yeah, correct.
mainly.
So, as Bharat said, the shoe has to be first and foremost is waterproof. If it is not waterproof, then you could land in big trouble.
Yes.
Other thing could be, it has to be a good ankle support so that in case of any twist, you don't spoil your whole journey. So I'll just show you the shoes which I'll be wearing. You need not buy this one because this is a heavy duty shoe. But then you can see, it has got a good ankle support. So even if your ankles twist, you'll not get hurt. Second is it's waterproof, completely waterproof. And snow or as such is not going to harm. Other thing is warm. So at higher altitudes, once you reach Gorakhet and EBC, you'll not feel that pain, and it should have a good grip. It should not be the sole is completely gone. So make sure all these points as regards shoe are taken care of. And as we said, poncho is a must. So carry that as well, which is important.
And
Okay,
and
so
and sir,
yeah,
this, there are many cases where people spoil their expedition. They don't reach EBC just because of shoe. You know,
yeah, yeah. That's why the
lot of
first thing we
cases.
said is shoe is the most important because generally we'll not carry a space shoe because weight is again an issue. There's someone who was asked regarding the what kind of weight you can carry from Kathmandu to Lukla. So it is 10 kgs in a bag and 5 kgs in a personal bag, right? So maximum is 15 kgs. Anything more than that is not permissible. So make sure that whatever you're carrying is within that weight. Otherwise it will be a problem. Other thing what you should carry is that goggles because it's going to be bright sunlight and goggles are definitely going to be a big help. Otherwise the like eyes start paining, you feel more tired and all. So these goggles, by the way, have been gifted by Bharat, so you can ask him where did he get it from and the details. And you're not getting any sponsors from the goggle company or anything, right? Other thing is that okay, Bharat, there are a lot of people who want to know that, how to avoid AMS or high altitude syndromes if it comes, and what is the remedy if something like that happens. Do they have any medical facilities or rescue facilities? If you can dwell on that.
Yes, sir. See, actually, AMS, like the only thing, like what we do is, we have to drink a lot of water. We have to take a lot of water. Okay, this is the only thing, to avoid. Generally, people, in that situation, when we get a lot of tired and all, we don't feel like drinking water. We don't feel like having good food and all. Appetite, a little disturbance in the appetite. Okay, so we have to prepare for that. Whatever the situation, we have to take a lot of water. Okay, this helps a lot.
Correct.
Okay, yeah.
And other thing is that you make sure that your schedule is such that you're not rushing against time, and while going from one camp to the other, you're not running very fast, so that your body slowly adjusts to the altitude, right? So that's again one key issue. Somebody was asking why are we calling it an expedition? Why it's just a trek, right? It's just a trek. But then, right, both of us have done expeditions. But then, other point is this that we want to give you a feel of expedition also, and that we do it once we're doing the Kalapathar climb. So Kalapathar is a good altitude. You start early in the morning. We make sure you get that feel, that that final push which is there. Checking your threshold is on the final day. Once you start from either Pyramid or Gorakshep, go to the summit of Kalapathar and come back to Feriche or whatever the itinerary we have decided. So once we have touched this topic, let me tell you, in April and May, we are planning 3 different batches for the Everest Base Camp trek. Right, the first batch starts on 2nd of April. It's for 15 days. Right, for 15 days, what happens is that we generally prefer people who have got some experience of altitude, and who have been doing a good amount of fitness activities, so that they don't get issues like AMS, and they understand what is high altitude. Then we run a batch starting 18th of April, which is of 18 days, which is of 19 days, I'm sorry. It includes the yoga as well. So we have a yoga teacher who's excellent, has been handling high altitude yoga earlier as well in one of the expeditions. So she'll be teaching yoga during the trek, during the recoveries while you are trekking, before expeditions as well as after the expedition. So that's important, right? Because the recovery is faster, your breathing also becomes normal, and high altitude, we understand that the effect on body once you do an exercise is much better. That's why you find so many Kenyans and Ethiopians doing well training there. Right, so this is as regards the second batch. The third batch is again 18 days. We'll have mostly children and mixed batch based on the response from the people, and that starts in May. So we have catered for April as well as May. If your leaves are not matching, you can get in touch with us. We can do that. Right, and that's about the 3 batches which we are running and how to segregate between different batches. So if you are new, or if your age is more, if you have some health issues, you have not been trekking frequently, you think you are a beginner, then I think going for 19 days makes sense, provided you can afford that much amount of time, because 19 days, not everybody can manage. So that's a major challenge. So that's important that you understand your requirement, interact with us. Both Bharat and me are always open for any discussions. We'll always be happy to guide you. Then you can do that. Somebody is asking, I do 5 kilometers in 30 minutes, which is, very nice. But then what we need to understand is that mountains are different, right? What your fitness is there may not be as good in the mountains. So if you tell us that you've been to this altitude and how has been your response, we can discuss and take it forward and explain you. Right, Bharat?
Yes, and we are discussing about, you asked this question about insurance.
Right.
Yeah. So as you know, when we are on EBC, we can see on the top of our head, almost we can see eight choppers. We can count 8 choppers at a single time. It was it was that busy route. In the world, choppers are insurance, for EBC mainly insurance, there are old class, top class companies which provide insurance over there. So whatever happens, in minutes, there are choppers available in minutes, they'll come and they'll take away to Kathmandu in the worst position, I'm telling. So
Correct.
Nothing to worry on this part.
Yeah. So unlike India, wherein, unfortunately, we don't have medical facilities of chopper rescue once you're going for expeditions or treks, Nepal has got a beautiful system, So as Bharat said, just in case things go wrong, because of your fault or somebody else's fault, we leave it at that right now. But then we have facilities wherein we can request a chopper, and then you can be rescued from there. Only thing is, if you have taken insurance, it's going to be covered in that. If you have not, then it's going to be very expensive, and we make sure that everybody who's coming with us does the insurance before they start the expedition, which is makes sense. Okay, other thing is, Bharat, this is, did you take bath anytime during the expedition, during the trek? Because a lot of people, they ask, do we get to take
No,
bath?
I took in Kathmandu hotel, that's it.
Okay. Yeah,
Again,
yeah.
Again, after
Please,
till EBC, that's fine. Okay, I never took bath anywhere. After going to the expedition, after my first rotation, I came and I did shower. We'll be having shower. For our expeditions, doing
right.
Everest and all. So then I took bath.
Right. That's true. Once you're going to mountains or you're going for treks, it's not mandatory to take bath. it's okay to be dirty. Frankly speaking, it's okay. It's absolutely normal. In my case, I had a team of 20 people, so I was under peer pressure. Everybody was taking bath, so I thought I'll have to take bath. So ding boche, I went, took bath, but then it's expensive there. Yeah, I remember we had to pay 800 rupees for taking a bath. So yes, if you want to take bath, if you feel so desperate, then yes, you can take bath. But then remember that whenever you're climbing, the higher you climb, the more expensive the things become. And similarly is for battery charging, for mobile and battery bank. So same thing, 500 to 1000 rupees based on at what altitude you're there. So Bharat, did you use internet or your telephone once you were climbing to the base camp?
Yes, yes, sir. I purchased, Everest link. There will be, no, they'll give our voucher, like we can scratch and we can enter the number. Okay, which is again like, it's costly.
Yeah.
I didn't remember, like, but it's costly. It's very costly. Okay, again, like, even we'll get that same cards in the base camp also. I mean, again, the same going high altitude, like, price becomes high even with the internet.
Very right. So, there's a Nepal's telephone network which works till Namche or certain areas, but after that there is no network. So if you want to use your internet, so you'll have to get that cards that Bharat said, recharge cards. But make sure that you're not using unnecessary applications. Like if you're using WhatsApp, if you're in 10 groups, by the time you connect, everybody will get updated and your data just goes away. So make sure you are judiciously using it, because as we said, it's pretty expensive there.
And the simple thing is like, we have to, there is an option. I came to know after I finished my first card very fast. Then I understood, like, we have to switch off that media thing. We can get the messages, but media, because like videos and all with a lot of MB, they'll just download it. Like
Automatic download option.
automatic download. Yeah, we have to take care of everything.
Yeah, so these nitty gritties, you will understand once you lose so much of money. So might as well listen to it carefully, right? Same is for water. Somebody I also saw that, what do you do for purification of water? So what we have done is that we recommend this kind of a bottle, which comes with an inbuilt filter. This is from a company called LifeStraw. So, you can use it. And what they claim is that even if you take it from a drain, drink from this, it's perfectly safe. So we have bought it, and we have recommended the same to the team members who are climbing with us, and we have found it to be extremely useful. We have used it in different tricks as well. So water is, that issue is still. Other thing which people are asking, and they have asked earlier, is that selection. We have told that, how do we select a team? That first of all, whatever be your fitness, we want a medical certificate from a doctor. That goes without saying, because we are meeting first time, we would not know, and we'll not look at your marathon time certificates or anything. First and foremost, the doctor has to clear that you don't have issues. Major things which we are worried is one is blood pressure. It should not be high. We want people who are medically certified that they can be taken on Everest. We take them only. Other thing we are more concerned is diabetes. If you have got type 1 diabetes wherein you require insulin injections, there was a case. One person was to join us, but then we realized based after speaking that it was not safe. So make sure your doctor is giving you a clean check before you're joining us for the expedition. Other thing, training, as we said, we have a training plan which we have shared with the people who are joining us, and gradually we keep increasing. Main aim is before you start the trek, you should be able to trek for about 10 days continuous. 4 to 5 hours per day with a 5 to 6 kg of backpack. So that's important. If you're not carrying a backpack, or you're not walking for 5 to 6 hours per day for 10 days, then you're not fit enough to climb. If you're not able to do it in plain locations, you'll not be able to do that. So it's advisable you keep physically fit, and not just for the Everest, but then for health as well. It helps. Okay, then I'll keep noting down whatever questions I'm seeing, so that we can address them subsequently after our questions are done. Backpack again, we expect 5 to 6 kgs a person should carry. So make sure your backpack is comfortable. It should not be it's pinching some way, or it itself is a heavy frame. So backpack is one which is, but which one do you recommend? Any brand or anything?
No, sir. I mean, there are a lot of lot of good brands like which are light. So though I mean, as we are Indians, we have to recommend Wildcraft, Indian brand
Yeah,
at
that's
least.
fine. Yeah, Minecraft has got a decent range. There are a few people
Yeah,
who had asked whether they are good. Yes, if you find them comfortable, go ahead and buy. So there's no problem.
they are lightweight too.
Yeah, lightweight. True. Very nice. And people. Yeah, regarding food and all, there were a lot of questions that, what kind of food do you get during the Everest Base Camp trek? Bharat, what was your experience?
No, I mean I ate happily. Like I we got like what like I'm a non-veg lover, so wherever we go, we got. I mean normal food like Hyderabadi. We love non-veg, like So on the way we got like everywhere like it's a good food, decent food.
Right.
Nothing to worry on food part. Like even in some places you see like Italian food is there, like Chinese restaurants are there, like different
Right.
because like a lot of people coming from different worlds. So it's all every restaurant is a nothing to worry on food part. Like you'll get complete whatever you
Absolutely.
want, you'll get it.
Yeah. So to elaborate a bit, whatever food is required for survival, you get plenty of that. So there's no problem. If you are looking for something fresh, it becomes a problem because the distance from the roadhead or from the this thing airport is quite a lot. So don't expect fresh, and similarly don't expect like Bharat was saying, don't ask for South Indian food there because that's much expected. But then people who come to mountains, are generally more careful for what they ask for. So be prepared for that. You get good amount of non-veg like Bharat, if you want to have most welcome, non-veg is available in plenty. There are a lot of people who don't take non-veg because you're not aware how long back the non-veg would have been, cut or something. So it's safe to be vegetarian during the trek, but then if you're hardcore non-veg also, not a problem. You get enough amount of non-veg there, never a problem in that. And then weather-wise, we have discussed. Trek also we have discussed. Clothing, yes, I'll just come upon few things which are there for clothing. Mm, gloves are mandatory. Carry a good pair of gloves because otherwise your hands become numb. So though I'm sure nothing will happen, but then it's always good to have warm hands. Similarly for socks as well, have good woolen socks, right? So because generally people we've seen toes and all get very very cold and becomes a problem for the whole body. Cap again, you should have a headgear the moment you reach Lukla. If you're in my team, I'll not let you move without a headgear. That's for sure. So have a good headgear, which is pretty warm, right? Bharat, you use Balkalava also, the complete monkey cap.
No, I mean when winds are heavy, like it's better to have baklava always. Sometimes like
Right,
you see like suddenly wind comes like from nowhere, like it
correct.
comes suddenly. So it's better because like once with the wind enters inside the body, will be feverish all the time.
Absolutely. So that's true. Then, yeah, most important, you miss everything, but then don't leave your toilet paper. That is one thing
Yep.
which you need to carry right from Lukla to everywhere where you're going, right? Because the toilets and all are pretty good, very hygienic, uh, good amount of cleanliness is there. So there's not a problem. A lot of people they have these doubts, whether we get Western toilets, Indian toilets. Most of the time you have the facility of Western toilets. One or places you might have, but then we cannot, always comment that you'll have this thing Western toilets only. But then most of the places I think we'll have. Yeah, Bharat, anything on that?
Then
No, I think you get it. Huh? What is the Sparkle Champ? Romil sir will not allow you without a headgear and jacket zip. Yeah, if you're with me, I'm still that
experience.
Fauji type, so will not allow. That's for sure. Even if you feel bad, because we want you safe. That is more important. We are not there to make sure that you are happy. More important is happiness is secondary. Safety is primary for our case. For be it expeditions like Bharat is leading Kanchenjunga, and I'll be there in the base camp. But then it's important that safety is paramount. That you don't compromise. So Bharat, do we meet at Nepal or for Kanchenjunga you take a different route?
No, we are together in Kathmandu. Like from Kathmandu, like my route completely it's completely different. Like you go to Lukla
Okay,
and we fly to Badrapur. Like it's completely different. Both different routes.
right. So that means the first batch gets to meet you, right? 2nd April.
Yes. Yeah. 2nd April.
Fine. So 2nd April batch, whosoever is joining with me, we get to meet Bharat and last minute shopping in case anything. Though I've seen a lot of people, they have already done shopping, they've posted and shared the pictures. Especially, leave everything. Make sure you have at least your shoes ready so that you are used to them wearing those shoes. Other thing, what else do you think you should have, Bharat, from here? Even if you miss out, you can buy in Kathmandu, but shoes, I think you should have, right?
Yes. Shoes, because like last moment they can't try shoes.
Right.
Yeah, I mean new shoes again, like there'll be something like pressure and new shoe like and all it will.
Yeah, shoe bite is a big problem. I'm presently having shoe bite, so that's why I can say, that's the problem. So now we'll take questions, whatever people have been asking. I have noted a few things. So they're asking, there was a question regarding, cost of EBC. Okay, first we'll take it from here. So there's someone who wants to know that, okay, down jacket. Yeah, down jacket is important. And that would be needed once you reach the higher altitudes after Namche and maybe. But then you can buy down jacket from, or buy or rent. Rent is also an option. Bharat, you get the things in Tamil, right?
It's a rent we get. I mean, we have our people, like before if we tell them sizes, like, they'll get it, not a problem. Or we can choose. There are a lot of options for that. Because again, because again, down jacket, buying a down jacket, a branded one, it will cost around 35,000-40,000. So no need of spending that amount. Like.
Correct. Yeah, coming on to the price, if you go to North Face or big brands, be ready to shed a lot of money. So better alternative is, if you think you'll not be using them a lot, or if you want to give it a try, then you can rent it out. If you like the whole experience and you want to continue, then you can probably buy it.
Yeah.
Or you buy, lesser ones because you don't need a proper down jacket for the base camp. You can do it with a, lesser one with a less amount of fill or something. Right?
Yeah.
So that was one.
Yeah. You can see about someone is asking like what kind of sleeping bag is recommended.
Yeah. So, Bharat.
No, I mean even me, like last time we were discussing, right? Like we never used sleeping bags on the route to Everest base camp.
Correct. So in our case, what we have said that we have not used it. I remember carrying a sleeping bag in our liner, but then that also not used. But then if you want, a sleeping bag is not a problem. We have our own company sleeping bags. We can lend it to you in case you want that. So you need to tell us in advance. Then we can make the arrangements. And that's not a problem. That can be managed. Is EBC worth doing considering the rush and commercialization on the trek? The cafes, restaurant, homestays don't ruin the fun of experience and all that just to see the Everest. Tanveer Singh, great question. A lot of people, they ask us that, why should you do EBC? There's so much of crowd. I have a different opinion. I love being in crowd wherein everybody is of the same mindset. Everybody is equally passionate. I remember, once I was in Labuche. So there was this company who was, they were from New Zealand. What is that company? Rob Hallwala.
Adventure Consultants.
Adventure Consultant. So, I was sitting with my team there, and there was the whole team Adventure Consultant with their logo bags and all. And then this guy walks up to me and he comes up to me, say, "You're from India?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "I'm Rob. I'm from the Adventure Consultant." And it was such a pleasure, meeting them because, you've read them, you've read about the company in various books, you've read about them in, seen the movies, and then you see the person right in front of you, and that too the team leader Rob, and he was having the same name as Rob Hall of the famous. So I was really happy to meet them. So it's entirely up to you, whether you want to do it in this season, some other season, or some other trek. We loved it, and that's why we decided that we're going to do it in a big way, and that's why we are recommending people that you should experience it, and the response has been tremendous. So that is our take. Otherwise, it's up to you. You want to do something else, please go ahead, do it. Route we have discussed. Taking chopper we have told. Yeah, there was a question regarding Nepal, whether they have opened or not. Bharat, you would like to answer that?
Yes, sir. Officially, like, I mean, just 3 4 days back, there were like, little confusions on it, like, but 3 4 days back, Nepal government, they clearly gave a statement, like, everyone is allowed, because, like, they were like, people has to come now, because from the last one, I mean, almost 1 year, 15 15 16 months, they were like, the Nepal, most of the people on this road, the whole Nepal is completely dependent on tourism. Okay, which was like completely down. It became zero. So like now they want people, like, they were asked, like, they were giving assurance, like, we'll take care of everything, like what, I mean, happening here, like, we'll take all the precautions. So I mean, they removed
Correct.
everything. Like nothing is there. No, I mean, no need of COVID test. Nothing. No quarantine. So
Correct.
now everyone are welcome without any restrictions.
Correct. So, to cut a long story short, yes, they are open, they are welcoming everyone who is coming, and that too without any COVID test. So that's okay. But then, once you're going, we'll have to check the policies again. In case of any changes, we'll let you know. And best part is, if due to COVID, the expedition, or I'll say trek, so if the EBC doesn't happen, then, as far as boots and crampons are concerned, we'll not take any of your money. We'll transfer it to the next expedition, or if you want, we'll do a 100% refund, no questions asked, which is, quite okay. Bottle, I've already told. Weight also we have told. Yeah, there was one question regarding some people having asthma. How should they do it? So asthma and Everest Base Camp, I'm not sure if they are linked, because during my training days, I was suffering because my mother also has and sister also has asthma. It's more to do with, what is the thing which you are allergic to. If it is to dust, or if it is to pollen, or different things. So if you call us up, we might be able to help you. Maybe we can suggest a different season or something, but then it depends upon, what time of the year you want to do and what you're allergic to. So Anjani wants to know, ask, do we really get that much time to interact with the people around? Yes, we get a
Lot.
lot of time. I remember, again, I keep telling the same stories, which was like, last year, 2019, there was a lady along with a mother and grandmother. I mean, mother and daughter, 3 generations together. So, see the amount of experience, the amount of learning, the amount of time spent. And if you're going as a team, you'll have all the team members, you'll have a lot of other people you can interact with. So that's important. Yeah. A lot of people are asking about cost. Yes, we'll come on to the cost before we take anything else. So cost for our 3 different packages, 3 different costs are there based on number of days and the kind of experience which we'll be giving. For a normal trek, which is 15 days, starting 2nd April to 15th of April. Yes, 16th of April. For 15 days, it is 95,000. For second batch, which is yoga plus trek, for 19 days, and a premium stay and other facilities like, whatever we just discussed, bathing and all, it is 1,40,000. For the third batch, which is children specific and mixed batch, it's again 18 days, more time. So we are costing about 1,25,000 for that. So 3 different batches for different, set of people based on their availability of time and all. I have loads of questions. Mostly you are ignoring them. Yeah, Monty, because there were other questions you can ask. We'll be happy to answer. Don't feel that we are not answering. I have little asthma. Which season is good for me? Cost, I've already told you. Little asthma. You'll have to tell what you're allergic to. All inclusive cost. Yes, these are all inclusive in the sense that the moment you reach Kathmandu to the moment you're dropped back, and once you're in Kathmandu, then it is on breakfast and bed plan. These are the 2 things which you want to highlight. 3 passes, yes, 3 passes. If somebody wants to do, we can provide separate quota for you. He'll take you along, because we have had old teams there. We have done that earlier as well with other people, and the response has been very good. So we can do that. Somebody was asking 15,000 feet. Is it a good height for somebody who wants to go for Everest Base Camp? What is your take, Bharat?
Sir, again, like, I say, if someone calls me, like, I mean, when we are going, like, in the next 4 days or 5 days, like, we want to join, then it's not possible. Like, but now, like, we have a lot of time, like, we are training people now. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we are monitoring them every day, like what they are doing, and we form a group and all. Like now it's possible, like we can train them from now, but not on the last moment.
Yeah, so as Bharat said, 15,000 is a good height. 15,000 feet, it would depend upon how long back you have done and what is your present level of fitness. So if you, because of, we have realized because of Corona, a lot of people have not been very active in the last few months. So it's important you gear up and you start training for next 3 months, based on which, we'll be able to take you in a much comfortable way. Otherwise, our problems increase many a times.
So they already did 15,000, right?
Yeah, 15,000
Okay.
feet, the person
Right.
admission.
Sorry, I understand it. I
No,
understood it in a different
yeah,
way. Yeah, then it's
no,
fine. Yeah.
for sleeping bag, North Face Inferno is good for Everest Summit. Yes, that is different. EBC worth it. We have taken, make money or put some layers. You don't need one. What kind of sleeping bag? Sleeping bag recommended. We have already discussed. Personal medical kit. Yeah, but did you carry anything like that?
It's like I'm not there for mainly EBC, right? Like I'm going to the summit, so we
Right.
have we have like we have our personal kit and all. And that's again different. Like we'll be having injections and high altitude injections. That's completely a different subject again. So
Right,
Everest
right.
Base Camp, it's completely different. Like uh,
Correct. So,
basically
for
we
the
used to,
people,
yeah,
yeah, for
carry on.
Everest Base Camp, as a as a team leader, we carry for all of you, the kind of things which are required. But generally, if you are specific, some medicines are there, then you should be carrying them. But then for normal routine kind of stuff, be it Diamox, be it, high altitude related, or even we carry a spare oxygen cylinder, so that in case of an emergency, we'll be having oxygen cylinders to support that. And in case of personal medicines, you have anything, so you'll need to carry it. That's for sure. Eat local, yes, that's right. Dal bhat is a good option. Take lots of that. What kind of sleeping bag we have discussed? How much some really wants to bath? If somebody wants to bath, yes, we have already discussed. Completed BMC B grade for a Abimas. Do I need to complete it in A grade? What is that? Comrade Vijaya. This is, not for EPC. You don't need to do a basic course or anything. That's you can do that without doing a course. But then, yes, if you want to do a advanced mountaineering course, you'll need that. EBC 3 passes. Do you have EBC plus 3 passes for and Gokyo? Yes, we have. We have Rishi. He's doing EBC and 3 passes with us. Food is included. Yes, food is included. We pay directly in the huts. No, not with us. The other companies, they have this kind of a package. Purify water, we have already discussed. What about food included in directly? Yeah, trek briefing. Yes, that we'll do. Lots of that. Army shoes. If somebody wants to go, please go. Any previous experience required for EBC? Yes, if you have experience, it helps. If you don't have, then don't join us in March. We'll not be able to help you out. You'll have to join us in advance so that we have time to train you and understand you better. Nepal resumed tourism. Yes, I really want been to Nepal, but really want to go. What else? Ramechhap Airport. Yes, Ramechhap Airport is the takeoff point from Kathmandu, because Kathmandu Lukla flights were not happening, so we need to travel to Ramechhap and then we need to go from there. That's about it. Acclimatization 3 to 5 days with increasing altitude. Yes, we have an itinerary based on different experiences of us. We do that and follow that itinerary. Taking chopper will be an extra expense. Yes, definitely, because the whole team is going in a flight. We have catered for that. So if you're taking a chopper, obviously that's going to be expensive. How expensive is chopper, right, Bharat?
Sir, again, it depends. See, like chopper, like it will take 4 people, back 3 and front 1. Okay.
Okay.
So, a chopper, for example, see, for example, I'm just telling an example. Okay. For
Yeah.
example, from Kathmandu to Lukla, while going chopper, if chopper cost is like, make it 100 rupees. Okay. If there are 4, we divide 25 rupees each. And if there is 1 or 2, 2 means like they have to pay 50, the one they have to pay 100. So it's like that. So more of the
Correct.
people, if it is full, then it's fine. But again, it's costly when compared to flights. It's lot.
Great. Yeah, obviously, that's because you're doing something else. So it's tiring to go to Ramechhap. Yeah, it's very, very painful. I just wish, Nepal does something, because otherwise you'll have to wake up at 3:30 in the morning. You also must have taken from Ramechhap, right, Bharat?
No, we took chopper.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
But while coming back, we come to Kathmandu, right?
yeah.
So otherwise, yes, as somebody mentioned, it's a painful ride, but then, and we had a driver, he was driving so fast that half the team was vomiting, but then that's okay. We prepared. While on a trek, I saw a lot of people moving ahead on mules. Should they be even allowed to move ahead, considering they don't have the ability to trek? That's a good question. That what happens, people move on mules at times, because if they're traveling if they're in a family, half the members are ahead, they are fatigued, maybe not because of altitude, but legs are paining or something, then only it's advisable to take a mule. Otherwise it's not recommended if it is if it is to do with altitude sickness. So do you also train people before hiking? Yes, where? So we do online training, because different people, because of corona as such, online is picking up. Bharat, do we have that option of training in? But then it'll be limited places,
Yeah.
not in every location. So for a chopper, 4-person sharing, yes, they have mentioned. Good to hear. Adventure company from Telugu background. Good, very nice.
Maybe some non-person.
Right. So that as regards the questions which were there. So what else do we need, Bharat? Anything we are missing out? Because I don't see more questions. Whatever were there, we have already covered them.
Right.
Shoes we have told is important. Water bottle purification we have told. Gloves we have told. Goggles we have told. Poncho we have told. And all these things are available from there as well.
Even
Other
walking poles helps a lot.
Yeah.
And before that, they have to train at least, like, they have to know how to use it. Like, otherwise it will be again wrong
right.
steps. Yeah.
So trekking poles, yes, as Bharat said, you can get it there. Otherwise, it becomes a bit difficult. There are a lot of people who don't use it, up to them. But then, yes, trekking poles are a big advantage once you go in there. Is insurance covered in your price? No, insurance is not covered. That is separate. Assuming someone wants to do EBC more than once, considering both routes were covered. Not understood. Assuming someone wants to do EBC more than once, please do it as many number of times. Yeah, there are more routes. You can do that. So first time, maybe if you have done a normal route to EBC, that's fine. Next time, maybe you can take a 3 passes wala route. So based on these lines, what we have done for a 19 days plan, we have given different halts. The place we are staying while going up, while coming back, we are staying at different locations. So that's why we are covering different points and seeing different locations. So that's very, that's we could manage, because 19 days is a good amount of time. What actually is meant by base camp? Like, we can just see the peak from a distance. Bharat, can you see Everest from base camp?
Yes, sir. A slight. I mean, not exactly.
Not the top.
Not the top. Even we have to go to Kalapathar. I mean, at least to have a better view.
Yeah. So if you want to see Everest top, you'll have to go to Kalapathar, and that day we'll have to start really early, maybe 4:35. We'll see how the weather is, and then we take a call, and then you can make a decision. But then beautiful mountain there is Ahmad Ablam. I think everyone who does EBC falls in love with that mountain, and I've seen a lot of people really fascinated. It's a beautiful mountain, so that's for sure is important. What actually is meant by base camp is that that's a base camp wherein the trekking group, they come back, and the people who are climbing, they start their rotations and pitching their tents, and they make this as the base for all the future climbs to the Everest. Right, Bharat?
Yep.
So for Lhotse also you take these many days, right? 60 days. What journey is the plan? Same, right?
No, same.
But for this you have made 55 days. Kanchenjunga. or 60 only you take?
No, it's all 60 only. It depends again. Like, we generally calculate, like, from last few years, how many days it took. I mean, generally we tell like Kanchenjunga, like it took 50 to 55 days. Okay, generally the expedition is for 60 days only.
Right.
Yeah.
So yes, for Lhotse also, as we were discussing, we have the same base camp, and from there, camp 1 is also same, camp 2 is also same, 3 is also same. From camp 3 we go different one, and for Everest for the Lhotse you take a different turn. So till camp 3 it's all same. So if you want to do Lhotse and Everest or separately, that's again a different thing. So that's more or less, I think, we had to discuss. I'm not remembering anything which we have missed out. In case we have missed out, we would like to tell that next week we'll have someone else who's joining, and that person has done Everest, and we'll be discussing. He has done Everest base camp. We'll be listening to their experiences, that how challenging it was, because in our case it's a bit different, because not just the base camp, we had done Everest summit as well. So it's a bit different. What a person goes through who's done EBC first time would be a different perspective. So we wanted to share that, because there are a lot of people, who have done Everest base camp and they are not physically super fit. What generally people are scared and they ask me is that, there are a lot of pressure from our parents that, you will not do Everest base camp because it's dangerous and things like that. So Bharat, how dangerous is Everest base camp?
No, so if you're well prepared, it's a long trek. Go and enjoy. That's it. Enjoy the long trek, like, meeting a lot of people. That's it. No question.
Absolutely. Even I feel that fun part is still the base camp. After that is, pain point which starts. So Everest base camp trek is good by the time you reach base camp and come back. It pushes you enough. Very challenging, no doubt. And then other thing is that, it's a lot of fun. You meet a lot of people. You see different culture. You learn so many things once you're there. Not from it, just from it, team members, but then from others. So next week we'll have another guest, same time, Thursday, 9 p.m. And we'll be listening to their experiences, how good, how challenging, what were the difficulties which were there. And yes, it's mentally pushing the limits quite a lot, because not many experts would do Everest base camp trek. Generally, people who do the base camp trek are the ones who are doing either first time or they want to do it, again, or pushing themselves. So it's a different experience. So that's more or less we had to discuss. Bharat, anything you want to add?
No, sir, done. We almost covered everything. So what are
Okay.
doubts? I mean, it's better to have next speaker, like, who can share their experience. Like, our experience is different. Like, we are going to the summit and we just check. So
Great. So
yeah.
next is that, what do you love the most about Nepal culture? I love the people. They are people with no hang-ups in life, and frankly, I've not been to many foreign countries, but then the people there are different. That's no doubt. They are on a different level, carefree, and there's so many things to learn. They're not tensed, and right from Sherpas to workers there, wonderful time. It was good fun being there, and that was the reason we realized that everybody else should also experience that, and that's why we decided that we'll have a big theme this year for the Everest Base Camp trek. So thank you so much, all those who joined. I'm sure you enjoyed it. We at least enjoyed a lot discussing and reliving the good old times of Everest Base Camp trek we had. Me and Bharat also met there for the first time, so it's as such very close to our hearts. So great time, Kalapathar trek and all, very mesmerizing.
Yeah, I mean, we did a first trek to Kalapathar.
Correct. So me, Bharat, and 3 other people were there. So and a great time. Thank you so much. I'm sure you over there, you'll also make lifetime memories and make the most out of it. If anything we can do, as we said, Bharat, me are always there for any discussion, anything you want to clarify. So thank you so much, Bharat. Nice interacting.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you very much.
Bye guys, everyone. Good night.
Bye.
Jai Hind.
Good night.
Bye bye.